Hello and welcome everyone to Tarot Tuesday. Hope you're having a good last day of February. Today we are going to do the traditional tarot readings, and I'm going to throw in a bonus Wisdom of the Oracle card for each of you, just to see what the heck other wisdom from Spirit wants to say to you. I love having a couple of different options and choices. So make yourselves comfortable, pull yourselves on in, and go ahead and chat in the chat box your questions, and I will go ahead and answer them in the order that I see them. And sometimes I don't ever see them at all. So the best way that you can get your free guaranteed tarot reading is to email me at the beginning of the session, and you can do that by either joining my email list, which is the easiest because then I send you an invitation to join me, and then you can just reply to that. And you can do that at my website at charlenemurphy.com, or you can just email me at charlene@charlenemurphy.com. Okay, I am looking to see. I'm trying to access Facebook. There we go, so that I can monitor the chat in there a little bit better than I usually do whilst multitasking. Yay. Okay, so where is... Okay, let's see. Just thanks for hanging out with me and bearing with me here. I'm not a really good multitasker. I am a one thing at a time kind of girl. Okay, well, hopefully it'll show itself. Right now, I'm not seeing the live version with the chats yet. So, but in my Melon app, I do. I see Jessica, Alexis. I see Postulant Seeker. Hello, Alexis again. Yay. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. So let's go ahead and get into our readings for the day, and know that all the messages that come through here are from Spirit, from a higher source, a little bit of my own intuition. And I know that they're all messages meant for the evolution of you, your spirit, and all those things. So sometimes you're not going to hear what you want to hear, but you're going to hear what you need to hear, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I am living in Jacksonville, Oregon, and it is snowing like gangbusters out there. We had a big blizzard last night, and I'm looking out my bedroom window over there, and I'm seeing it's happening again. We woke up with stacks of snow. Interesting. It's kind of like living in Denver all over again, which I loved, except for the constant snow. And the nice thing about Jacksonville, you don't get constant snow. You get very, very periodic snow, and it's just awesome right now. It's a winter wonderland. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the email questions that I received. So I have a question from Vivi, who says, "Hi, I'm back for more tarot wisdom and look forward to joining your community today. Yay! I would love a reading if you have time. My burning question this time is open. What is something that needs to be brought to my awareness right now?" Very good question. What do I need to know? What's going on? That's one of the questions that I ask when I do my morning meditations, when I pull cards for myself. A lot of times I don't have a specific question. I'm feeling pretty good, but then I just say, what do I need to know? So let's crack the cards open for Viv and see what messages or message that Spirit has for her today, using the good old handy dandy Rider-Waite Tarot and the Wisdom of the Oracle. All right, Viv. Okay, so you get the Seven of Cups, Viv, and what that tells me is that you're maybe overwhelming yourself with options, like too many choices, too many options. So this would just be a good time to maybe stand back so that you can see the bigger perspective, and or eliminate some of those options. Just get rid of the ones that just don't make any sense, or that when you do your heart test, you're like, no, that's not it. So that you can narrow your options, narrow your choices to what feels manageable. And then when I get this feeling for myself, I immediately go to the Hanged Man uh, in the tarot deck, where I know that I need to just hang out and wait for the answers to clear up. So this shows me that you're not clear, and it's okay if you're not clear. But because you ask the questions and you're looking for a specific something, and I'm sure it has to do with business for you, that the clarity, the clouds will open and you will know. And then when you have that level of certainty, or that level of aha, that feeling that, oh, that's it, yeah, then you move your feet. So for now, don't move your feet. Narrow your options, wait, and meditate, and continue to ask. And then also you can even, you know, ratchet it up a notch by imagining your preferred outcome, right? Because I know that you have a lot of vision for yourself, and that's awesome. So, one of the questions you can ask, are these options in alignment with my vision, or am I doing that comparison thing again? And I think that maybe I should do that because other people are doing that. So bring it back home to your alignment with your vision, your personal vision. And then when we do that, magic happens, right? We eliminate all the nonsense, and then we are just in alignment with our highest self. And then everything feels more graceful and easy. Okay, so let's see what this one is. This one's TikTok. So I get that maybe you are under the gun to come up with this. This reminds me of what is the saying from a long time ago? It says, when something to the fact that when you feel like you're in a rush and time is up against you, you need more meditation. Like, how does it go? I think Deepak Chopra said something like, if you want to be healthy, meditate for 1 hour a day. But if you're in a rush and you're feeling stressed, or you feel like there's not enough time, then meditate for 2 hours. Seriously, it's funny, when we take the time to practice self-care and meditation, we're asking the universe for clarity. Time really feels like it slows down, and you have so much more time in the day. So don't let the TikTok push you into impetuous decisions or choices. Take your time. It's all right. And know that as you're doing that, you'll feel the magic. You really will. So take that stress off yourself. Put the clocks away and just say to yourself and affirm to yourself right now, I know everything I need to know right now. It's in the vortex. And when I get clear of my rush and my time, I'll see it. So your job is to get yourself in alignment so that you can see it. Okay. I hope that helps. All right. Let's answer the second email question, and then I'll get into the chat. And this comes from um, Pam. Pam says, I forget who asked, but I would just like to hear what the divine wants to tell me. Thank you, Charlene. You bet. Again, that's one of the best prayers or questions you can possibly ask. What do I need to know? What does the divine want to tell me? I'm going to start backwards and start with the wisdom of the oracle card for you, Pam, and then I'll get to the tarot. Okay. These cards are just so spot on. I love them. You should get them. I will add a link to the theme. Okay, not sure what just happened to my stream. We've been having like these power outages though. We'll see. So Pam, yours comes up with soulmates, and soulmates doesn't necessarily have to do with romantic connections, but it has to do with holy connections. Those connections with people who are near and dear to us, who come into our lives for either a brief period or a long period of time, who teach us about love. And a lot of times those lessons are about self-love. That's what I have come to understand and find out for myself. That so anyway, there is a soulmate situation happening with you right now. And so I would look around and say, and participate in that, and know that if the lessons are crunchy, cringy, easy, graceful, hard, know that no matter what flavor they come in, they're here to evolve you. So these soulmate lessons and experiences are most definitely one of the biggest lessons or biggest schools, classes that we have on planet Earth. We grow the most through our relationships with other people. So take inventory of that and know that it's all good. It's all working for you. Okay. And then let's see what the tarot has to say for you. And then we will get into the chat. Okay, so Pam, we have the Page of Pentacles. So it looks like there's another opportunity for you to make some money that is coming your way. I don't feel that this is health. I feel like this is cash. So there's going to be some opportunities opening up for you so that you can cash in. And it's like an invitation. So you don't have to go looking for it. It's looking for you. It feels like it's like right in your environment. So just stay open and receptive to that. And it might even be through a soulmate contract or connection. So keep your eyes peeled in a peaceful, restful way. All right, hope that helps. Okay, let's see. Vivi says, thank you. You're very welcome. I'm really happy that you're joining from all the way from Oslo. That's very awesome. I know it's bedtime, so probably going to bed. Have a good night. All right. And then, okay, so let's see. Jessica Marie, I feel you there. I feel you there. Hello from British Columbia. Yay. Okay. Girl, that's my line. I use those during my streams too. Amen, sister. I'm not sure what line you're telling me you're talking about. Okay. Oh, we got tons of snow here too. Yes. It's time to go build snow people outside. Seriously. Um, love both messages from Postulant Seeker. So thank you guys. Thank you. All righty. Let's see. I just saw a question in here. Alexis from YouTube. She says, "What is UL feeling for me?" All right, let's go see what UL is feeling for you. What are you feeling for UL? Do I need to ask? Probably not. Okay, so let's see. What is UL feeling for Alexis? Oh, two cards wanted to come out, so I'm going to pull them. Okay, so I get the first card is the King of Cups, and then the second card is the High Priestess. So the King of Cups, the King of Cups is the quintessential relationship person, right? So here's this person at the king level of heightened knowing, maturity, knowing what they want, somebody who is very touchy-feely, who's very heart-centered, very probably creative even, but they're mature and they're in, like if this was the Page of Cups, that would be like that Romeo card where it's like, no, don't drink the poison. Wait a minute, have a little patience, right? But when we're at the king level, we know that this person is evolved and wiser. And then I feel like this is you, the High Priestess. So if I'm asking the question, what does this person think of you? I'm thinking that he thinks that you are kind of convoluted there, a seeker of truth, somebody who knows things, maybe even a little bit woo, a little bit witchy, right? And so it's like, she knows a lot of spiritual things and concepts. So the High Priestess is an evolved spiritual being. All right, so that sounds like a very positive. Let's see what the wisdom of the Oracle message is for you today. Okay, Alexis. You have happy. All right. Well, this is a pretty happy card. So it feels like everything is working out for you. So just continue to keep your vibe high. Do those things that make you happy. And when you're doing those things that make you happy, you become much more attractive and you become a very strong point of attraction to whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, i.e., relationship, right? So work on your happy, keep the happy. Don't want to say work on the happy, stay happy, do things that just please you, right? It's a secret to manifesting. It's a secret to success. It's like the most important thing that needs to happen for us is that we just feel good. It's pretty simple. Okay. Alrighty. So let me go over to um, Facebook for a sec. All right. All right. Let's see. What else can I do? I am deleting somebody. Sorry. I finally figured out how to do that, how to deal with the spammers. Um, okay, so while I'm in here, I see a message from Louise that I didn't see on the other place. So Louise says, hello, love a reading, please, on a life partner. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that. And sorry, guys, it's taking a minute, but it's important. All right, I'm getting better at multitasking. Oh my gosh. Okay, Louise, I'm back. Louise, I'm all here for you. Clear that energy. You. Where's my Santo Palo? My sage. Okay, Louise, love reading. Let's see what's in your cards for love and romance. Okay. Love readings. Love is in the air. Spring is around the corner. So it's about time. We're going to be cracking that open. King of Wands. So I get this, like, I can get two different meanings from this. And if you want to have a full session with me, we can look way more deeper into this and I can get a lot more clarity. But the King of Wands is either you or another person who is in your life. But let me describe the energy here because it needs to be you as well, even if it is somebody else. So the King of Wands is somebody who is very clear on their purpose, their passion, their what they want in life, all of that. So the wands represent fire. Think, the fire signs too. So if this is somebody else, it's somebody coming in who is a fire sign, somebody who is, again, evolved, mature, knows who he is, knows what he wants, very passionate, right? So for the manifestation process, where I always default, right? Because we are in control of our own destinies. Imagine your relationship. Imagine this playing out. Imagine this ideal partner. What does that feel like? What does this person look like? What are you doing on Saturday mornings? What are you doing for holidays? All of those things. So play in your imagination with that. And as you do, you're activating your magnetism. Um, and that is what the law of attraction, or one of our universal laws that is always working 24/7, by the way, is responding to. So play with that, have fun with that. It feels very inevitable, right? The card, very inevitable. So let's see what your wisdom of the oracle card is regarding love and romance. Okay, so we have here and now. So this also talks about, Louise, you know, when we're in that manifesting phase, it's really important to be in the here and now, to be in the world, But then when we're meditating, we can lean into the future a little bit, but not being so futurific and futurizing that we forget about what is here and what is happening around us. So I'm also hearing, don't miss out on the obvious, like what's on your plate, what's in front of you, or better, more important, who is in front of you, because you might be just missing them because you're thinking about, you know, the future and the other stuff. So back it up a little bit and look around, see what's going on. I think you're going to be surprised. Okay, Tammy's here. Hey, Tammy. Can you pull a card for me, please? Absolutely. No scammers. Yay. All right, Tammy. Here we go with the tarot first. Tammy. What does Spirit have to say to Tammy today? All right, Tam. Something's changing. Something is shifting up. So when I see this card, the Tower, I say buckle up, because there's going to be some shifting of energies big time. And sometimes that energy can feel really big and a little disorienting, or even a lot disorienting. But the good thing about this card is that the universe is always responding to you, and wherever you are headed on the evolutionary scale for yourself, wherever you're headed, they're going to, universe, angels, God, spirit, they're going to be moving stuff around that is in agreement with the things that you're really wanting. And so sometimes, I say we got to shake the nuts out of the tree so that we can have that clarity, and we can get rid of the blockages, we can get rid of the energy that's in our way, and then we can really go towards what we want. So this is a part of cleaning the clutter, cleaning the mess, letting things go that don't serve you anymore, that are not in your best interest, that are not in your alignment, so that you can create the space, yes, for the stuff that you do want. And I call that the vacuum law. I don't know what it's really called, but it is the vacuum law. The vacuum law says, and guys, I'm saying these laws are universal laws like gravity. They're happening, they're working 24/7. We don't have to understand exactly how they work, but just know that they do. And the vacuum law says that nature abhors a vacuum. So when we have a space, when we create a space for something, then it can show up. But if we're full, and we're full of clutter, or full of, bad relationships, or the crappy job, or whatever, and we're not willing to let things go, then whew, you get the Passover, you know. And so, Tammy, let me pull your wisdom card and see what else Spirit has to say. Okay, so again, we have soulmates. So I'm wondering if we're having some cleanup in the soulmate aisle, cleanup on aisle soulmate. So yes, there's some transition happening with your soulmate that is in alignment with your higher self. Like I said earlier, a lot of our soulmate connections are not always rainbows and unicorns. They're hard lessons. There's stuff that isn't it just necessary for us, just like the tower isn't always great, but just like when we have a snowstorm, or just like when we have a wildfire, nobody wants that stuff, but what it does is it clears the path, and it makes way for a more fertile ground, a more solid foundation, right? So just know that things are shifting, things are changing. If you would like some additional support from me, you are so welcome to book a session, and we can look deeper into this and come up with some planning and solutions around that. But just know that I definitely have your back. So right now I want to talk about, speaking of vacuum law and creating space, moving into March. You guys know I have my Enchanted Empath membership. And moving into March, we are continuing the conversation about manifesting, but now we're continuing the conversation about manifesting in the physical world. So we started in January with the law of manifesting, understanding it, getting aligned with it ourselves. And then in February, we continued the process with aligning our energy centers and our chakras so that we can manifest with major intention and keep our vibrations up. And then in March, we're moving into manifesting via feng shui and moving the stuff around our house, the physical alignment of energy that supports the other two, right? And so when we have mind, body, and spirit in alignment energetically, then we become masters at manifesting and really gangbusters at it. So on Thursday, I have, whoops, on Thursday, I have in our membership group, we have our first workshop on feng shui. And then for the rest of the Thursdays in March, we will continue the conversation of feng shui. It's really fascinating, very interesting. I call it the art and science of feng shui. And hopefully I'll be bringing an expert in too to help back things up, because it's not my area of expertise, but I do know a lot about it because I practice it, right? Okay. So you can check that out. Check out the Enchanted Empath membership on my site at charlenemurphy.com. It's a link that's just right at the top, and you can actually join for 7 days for free. Try it out. See if you like it. I think that you will find it to be a very supportive place, that is kind of, I'm really bent on teaching. I really love, love, love teaching people their own power, their own wisdom. And the more tools that you have in your toolbox, the more you know, the better you do, right? So, alrighty. Let me see what else is happening here. I see Michaela. Michaela, may I have a reading? Yes, you may. I just need to double check for some spam comments first. Okay, now we're good. Okay, Michaela, may I have a reading, please? Yes, yes, yes. Let me go back over here and get her going. And then Fatima is here and would like a general. Okay, Tammy says, yes, my husband is the most amazing guy ever. It must be something else. Okay, all righty. Well, maybe he's going to be pivotal in being a support system for you during this transition as well. Okay, Michaela. Focusing on Michaela's energy. Boom, you are my target now. Boop, 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 Michaela. Okay. Michaela, it looks as if something is going on in your direct environment where maybe people aren't being transparent or truthful with you. Like they're just trying to win. So it could be an argument, it could be a fight, it could be somebody who is maybe, I don't know, just not on the up and up, right? So I'm sure this resonates with you somehow. Let me know, okay? But the bigger message here is to choose your battles, walk away. It might feel sad, it might feel a little heartbreaking, but it's so necessary for your spirit and for your well-being, because this person isn't going to take no for an answer. This person is beyond explaining or negotiating with. This person is full of themselves, and so they're not going to be able to hear you. They're not going to be able to negotiate. So it is in your best interest to just say thank you and walk away. And I have to do this on occasion too. It's not fun, but it is so necessary for your well-being and to protect your energy. Okay. So let's see what the wisdom of the oracle has to say in addition to that. Okay. Let us see for Michaela. And again, it's funny when you get the same cards over and over again, right? So it looks like collectively we're experiencing similar energies. So this one is TikTok. So again, with the TikTok, I want to get this as a a situation that may feel like you're under the gun, and maybe this person is pressuring you, and it's like, no, you have the right to go at your own pace and to do what is comfortable within your own boundaries. So that's the word for you that I'm getting today is boundaries. Put up your boundaries, and your boundaries don't have to be harsh or cold or mean. They can still be kind, but the nice thing is that there is a kindness to yourself and a kindness to them. So boundary time, no rushing, no rushing. And if you're anything like me, if you're an empath, being rushed or being pressured is the worst feeling. I used to Oh, I still love the song from Tom Petty, "You're Jamming Me." That was my anthem. It's like, "Get off my ass, you're jamming me. I'm not having it," right? So then we just develop these boundaries based on what we know about ourselves, right? So this all goes back to tremendous self-awareness and knowing that being jammed, being pressured, no bueno. Some people like it, some people can handle it, and others just like, no, 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 no. Okay, so that's did I get all of it in? I think I forgot something. The Enchanted Empath looking pretty. Thank you, Lee. Yes, it does. Michaela. Oh, I said I was going to pull cards for Fatima, right? I have not done that yet. Okay. Fatima, let's go. Let's go. Sorry if that noise is beyond, but it's kind of necessary. Crunch those cards, cut that energy, reshuffle, right? So Fatima, and if I feel like I forgot something. Okay, Fatima, let's see. Okay, cheers, Fatima. It's time for you to celebrate. So it looks like something good is going on, something worth celebrating. So bring in your besties, have a good time. Somebody getting married? Is there a baby shower or a wedding shower happening? So anyway, just time to celebrate and to really take notice of the abundance around you. Okay. And congratulations. I feel like I need to say congratulations to you. Okay, Fatima. We have Unfinished Symphony. Okay. So Unfinished Symphony really speaks to you're not done yet. There's more to go. There's more to happen. And so how do these two tie in together? Well, there's more to happen, but whether you feel like you're finished or not, celebrate it anyway. And then you'll just have a continuation, right? So because what I'm sensing is like you have this idea that you have to have everything complete and perfect before you can celebrate or go on to the next thing. And Spirit is saying, no, you don't. Celebrate what's already happened and what is currently happening, and then know that you could just pick up the pieces and continue on afterwards, right? So hopefully that makes sense and helps you. Okay, let's scroll down to the bottom. And then I have Michaela. Michaela, a different one. Hello, can I get a reading, please? Spelled M-Y. Okay, I'm going to start with the wisdom cards for you. Okay, let's see. Michaela. We have mending. Oh, sweet. Okay, so there's a tenderness in this card that I'm sensing for you. It feels really nice. There's a making up, a mending of a relationship. So just stay on path with that. Ask if there's anything else that needs to happen from your end. And then also remember to stay open and receptive to the process of mending and be super gentle with yourself and patient, right? Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say to you generally, Michaela. Okay. Okay, we have the Three of Swords, which goes pretty much hand in hand with that. So clearly, there has been some situation, obviously, because mending is happening, that caused some heartache and disappointment, right? So the threat. I'm glad I didn't do the Three of Swords first, because that one probably would have thrown you, because this is one of those cards that throws a lot of people. And what happens with this is it just really does speak to disappointment. It's like, gee, I thought, this was what I was experiencing or expecting, and then something else happens and it's not, and it is disappointing, and it could be, um, it could be heartbreaking even. But the nice thing to know that we started with is that it's on the mend. So we don't have to worry about this too much. But with this, understand that there's lessons in here for you. And beyond the person that this is about, this has to do with learning a lesson, having an expectation, is what I'm feeling, that you set yourself up and then, oops, you stepped in it. So, relieving yourself of those expectations so that we can allow people to be who they really are. And then we just have less disappointment when it comes to that, right? And we can check our own attachments and check our own ideas about things so that we can stay in a more open and receptive place and not hurt ourselves, right? But and of course, everybody has a responsibility to a relationship. But since I'm talking to you, that that message is directed to you. But know that it's on the mend. Yay, things are healing. Okay, I have Joanne asks for health general reading, please. You got it, of course, Joanne. Okay, let's see what the heck's going on with Joanne's health. Get a general read for Joanne. Okay. Okay, Joanne. We have the Two of Wands, which speaks to it feels like problem solving to me for you. Like, okay, we're on top of this. We're solving this issue, and I'm solving this issue from the safety and the sanctity of my home. I feel secure, I feel safe. I have the tools and resources available to me so that I can, and the time, so that I can figure some things out, and so I can plot and plan about the the maybe the remedy or the protocol that you are contemplating. So this is a contemplation card, and it's not like the confusion card where you have a lot of options that create confusion. It's I've got some clarity about this, and I have the luxury of time to figure things out, or really good resources. So it feels like things are on the up and up, like improving big time for you. And the bigger part of this, it feels like your health is in your hands and you are managing it and owning control over yourself, your body, your health. So good for you, right? Good for you. Alrighty. And it is definitely a positive card. So keep doing what you're doing. And then let's see what wisdom has to say. Round and round. So this talks about cycles. So if we're talking about a health issue and we're thinking about round and round and cycles, there's a pattern here, right? And the first thing that I saw when I saw this card in regards to your health is hormonal. So the hormones are always in a cycle, a cyclic. They're always going round and round, up and down, in and out, round and round, almost predictable, right? and for a lot of us, very predictable. So understanding that and maybe checking your hormones, getting a panel might be good advice. Of course, I am not a doctor, guys, but that's what intuitively said. Hello. Okay, Catherine is here from Ireland. Hello, Catherine from Ireland. That's so awesome. Let me see what else is going on in the comments. Okay, perfect. Thank you for sharing. I do appreciate that. Okay, let's see. While I'm going to pause for a sec, get a drink. And then I want to reinvite you. I just thought of something else. So I'm starting my live cast again. It's been quiet. I moved into this really beautiful house that's very quiet in the woods. And so now I can do a lot more recording. I have zero interruptions. The last place I lived at, I was living in an apartment above a home that the garage door went up and down 25, 80 times a day. Drove me nuts. And so now I'm in the space where I can actually record. And so I'm restarting my soulcast, my live soulcast tomorrow. And it's the same time, it's 2:00, and it'll be Wednesdays at 2. So we'll have Tarot Tuesdays at 2, and then we'll have our soulcast on Wednesdays at 2. And tomorrow's topic is 10 tips, 10 feng shui tips to manifest anything you want. So it's going to be a really broad overview of feng shui and really practical, easy to do things that you can do for free or very little money to start. So hopefully you guys will join me back here tomorrow. And while you're here in the Soulcast, it'll be live, of course. You can ask questions, and it'll be a really good time to get some coaching, and especially with regards to your feng shui, like what's going on in your house. How is your energy aligned in your home or in your workspace? And then how can we improve it so that we can become even better manifestors, right? Okay. Let's see. I have Catherine shared. Thank you. Hi from Ireland. Catherine, did I give you a reading? I don't think I did. And then Samantha. So Catherine and Samantha. Samantha Lola. Catherine from Ireland. Okay. I want to go to Ireland. It's where my family's from. But I know nothing about that part of my history, very little. But my grandfather lived in Belfast and came over here to do electrical work. My great grandfather. And sadly, they did do the electrical poles and things like that in the United States. He lived in San Francisco. So he's the guy who started the whole California thing. That's where we're all from now. And unfortunately, he was one of those men in 1942 or 32. When was it? When was the Great Depression? That bailed out of a window to leave his wife and kids with income. So go figure. But I saw his story, excuse me, in a book. But I digress. Catherine. So I want to get back there and see what that's all about. Catherine, clear. All right. Not about me. It's about Catherine. Okay. Catherine General. Catherine, looking good. So we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is one of the major arcana cards, meaning it's a kind of a milestone, big deal. Once you get to this level of High Priestess, you know a lot. You have a lot of insight and information into the mystical world, the unseen world. You understand universal laws. You hold these things close to your heart. So you can see how life is playing out for people and the different laws and how they're interacting. It's like being the wizard behind the screen, and I consider myself that as well. So you can really notice what people are thinking by what is manifesting in their worlds, and you can help them accordingly. So this shows me that you are a helper, maybe a counselor, or even a mystic of some sorts in the healing arts, and that you know a lot of stuff. And whether you're doing that professionally or not, you're still doing that. So keep learning, keep sharpening the saw. The world needs you. Yay. Let's see what the wisdom of the oracle has to say for Catherine in Ireland. I'm going to go way over here. And we have fork in the road. Okay, so Catherine, it looks like we have a fork in the road. And if we pull these two cards up, they tell me a story. And whoops, perhaps the fork in the road is, which direction do I want to go professionally is what I'm feeling. Do I want to do this work, or do I want to continue doing the work that I already know and trust, that has an income? So this fork in the road for you, what I intuit is that your spirit is calling, and it's time to roll the dice on yourself, and really time to embrace your gifts and to know that they are real, and to know that they're valued and valuable, and that you are here to share them with other people. And so maybe that fork in the road is from moving from a place of safety and certainty into a place of unknown, but higher and higher, not but higher and higher, like a higher service, a higher level of service and elevation. So time to let that sink in, let those seeds germinate. And maybe you could even do both simultaneously so that you don't freak yourself out, right? I mean, we are humans, and we do have bills to pay and whatnot. But your spirit is calling. That's the short answer. Okay, let me go into the comments here and see if I'm missing anything. Oh, I just said I was going to read for somebody else. And then there is Kathleen. Okay. And Petulant Seeker says, OMG. Okay. Catherine says, yes, spot on. Would love to find a new path. Well, it's finding you. So just be open and listening. All right. Let's take a peek as to, I said I was going to, okay, I'm seeing spammers again, but I'm not seeing them on Facebook. Oh boy. So I'm going to have to hire somebody to moderate this stuff for me. Petulant Seeker, are you available? I would love to have somebody moderate that and be able to go in and pluck them out. So, sorry, I got distracted. I know I said I was going to read for somebody next. Was it Joanne? Bridget? Okay. Let's go ahead and go up to, I think I already got, Joanne said thank you. Sorry guys, I can't keep track of what's going on here. All right. Okay, so let's go back up to Bridget. Bridget says, my mom is passing without recognizing me. Well, I'm really sorry about that, Bridget. I can tell you this, though. She may not recognize you in the physical right now, but when she is passed over, she'll recognize you completely. And you just know that your bond is just never over. It's never finished. It's always evolving. And so right now she's having some human situations, but remember that she's a spirit first, human second. her human stuff is starting to fail or failing. Um, the sensory stuff, the organs, things like that, the physical body. And I'm really sorry that this probably causes you a lot of pain, but know that when she does pass, you're all there, and just continue to talk to her anyway. Because even though it feels like the lights are on, but nobody's home, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, she's still home, but she's leaving. She's leaving, and know that when she's leaving, she'll be actually even more accessible to you. That's the cool part. And if you would like a mediumship reading when the time is due, let me know. But I would really love to help you connect with her on the spirit realm. It's sometimes easier than on the physical realm. It's actually always easier than it is on the physical realm. But my heart's going out to you. Okay. All right, guys, I think we're caught up. Samantha, I don't think I can't remember. All right. What is happening here is that the comments are coming in, but they're coming in different orders. And so it's not sequential. If it were sequential, I would know that I already saw that or already gave you a session or a mini reading. Okay. You're welcome, Bridget. Okay. All right, guys. So I am going to go ahead and I think just call it a day unless I see any more sessions or questions come in. Let me refresh this page and see. So thanks for bearing with me today. I'm multitasking. I have multiple screens open but I'm still able to focus in on you once I get you. It's the getting there is the fun part. All righty. What else do I want to say? Yes. So I would love to invite anybody who would like a deeper reading. You can have an hour-long session or a half-hour session. You can book it on my website, pay for it there, schedule it there, all that at charlenemurphy.com. You can't miss it. It's in the menu at the top. But our readings go very deep and very specific, and we can do them by Zoom or we can do them by phone. So I invite you to do that if you are interested. And then also a reminder that tomorrow's Soulcast is feng shui tips for manifesting. That I'm going to give you my top 10 easy to do, easy to use. Everybody can do this stuff, so that you can get on the physical realm, affect the physical plane in manifesting. Because I think what we do when we do manifesting, we get all mental. And we are humans having this, or spiritual beings having this human experience. So they both need to be in sync. They need to be integrated. And so working on our physical space while we're working on our mental plane and our spiritual plane, then we're 3 for 3, mind, body, spirit, and we're good to go. So tune in tomorrow at 2 for that. And you'll get my best tips. And then on Thursday night at 6:00 inside Enchanted Empath membership, we're going to start the new module on feng shui. So it's going to be all things feng shui for the whole month in getting your physical environment aligned with your high self, right? Stuff a lot of people don't think about, but it all matters. All righty. Okay. Kathleen, I think I skipped Kathleen. Okay, Kathleen, let's do this. I got you mixed up with Catherine, I do believe. Kathleen, let's go ahead and put up those cards and see what the heck. And you'll be my last for today. Okay, so Kathleen, general. What does Spirit have to say to you today? Ah, nice. So we have the Happy Home, 10 of Cups, Either this is happening now or it's on its way. So this is a good time to express and to recognize all the things that are beautiful in your life and to have that level of gratitude and appreciation. And then when we do have that level of gratitude and appreciation, the universe has a way of bringing us even more. So this is a good looking card. Very positive. Okay. And then I want to see what the wisdom of the oracle has to say as well. Okay, wisdom of the oracle says yin. So this is about that we have the male, female, or yin yang energy. Yin energy is about being receptive. And when we are receptive, obviously we receive more. Now, here's a little something, something that I know by being in practice for the 13, 14 years that I have been in practice. People say all day long that they are receptive, but they are not. A lot of people really are challenged in being receptive. So, I have even created a receptivity quiz on my website. If you go to charlenemurphy.com, you can take it. You'll see it. They'll be at the top. It says take a quiz, or on the side, you'll see the receptivity quiz itself. It's not hard to find. But you would be amazed and surprised at how blocked off a lot of people are to receiving. One of the first questions is, can you receive a compliment? Like, what do you do when somebody compliments you? Do you say, oh, thanks? Or do you say, oh, this little thing? Knowing that this yin energy is necessary for us to manifest and manifest that goodness. Let it in. Let it in. Let it in is what your message is. All right. Okay. So, Kathleen, I hope that helped, and I hope you found that useful. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today, and hopefully I'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 2 for our live soulcast. It'll be half the time, and we're going to talk about those 10 feng shui tips for manifesting. All right, so until then, you guys take good care of yourself and each other, and also know that you can make sure to get a guaranteed reading by emailing me your questions in advance. And you can do that at charlene@charlenemurphy.com. All right, guys, have a great rest of the day. Take good care, and I will see you soon. Peace out.